Why have I never encountered a Native American-style restaurant? Hit the Smithsonian Native American Museum in D.C. brings together tastes from many different regions. Check out this restaurant in Minneapolis. How a Womni became the best new restaurant in the United States. In Sean Sherman's modern indigenous kitchen, every dish is made without wheat flour, dairy, cane sugar, black pepper, or any other ingredient introduced to the continent after Europeans arrived. Attend the New Mexico State Fair in Albuquerque. There's a whole area dedicated to indigenous culture with native vendors selling their food. Also check out Indian Pueblo Kitchen. Beyond that, a lot of restaurants have at least some native or native-inspired cuisine on their menu. Pretty common to see the Indian taco at many fast food places in New Mexico. There's a really good documentary about Native Americans and their food culture called Gather. It's definitely worth watching if you are interested in this topic. There's a cafe that serves native food at the Chickasaw Cultural Center in Oklahoma. There's one in Denver called Takabe that gets great reviews. I also remember one of the Food Network shows visited and shot a segment. Mitsatom Cafe is located in the National Museum of the American Indian, NMAI, on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. The word Mitsatom means, let's eat, in the native language of the Delaware and Piscataway peoples, reflecting the cafe's focus on the indigenous cuisines of the Americas. The cafe is renowned for its menu, which features the indigenous foods of the Western Hemisphere and uses the culinary traditions of Native Americans. The menu is divided into different regions, including the Northern Woodlands, South America, the Northwest Coast, Mesoamerica, and the Great Plains. Each section features traditional foods from those regions. Please check out Sherry Pocknet and her restaurant The Sly Fox Den too. Sherry was awarded the extremely prestigious James Beard Award, basically the Oscars for chefs. In 2023 for Best Chef in the Northeast, she is the first Indigenous woman to win the award, and she won it while fighting cancer. She comes from the Wampanoag tribe. Her food is phenomenal if you get to New England. We're so lucky to have her and her restaurant here. Sly Fox Den website. They're around. You just gotta know what to look for. Am from Az and the fry bread places are all over the place, including food trucks. In Tucson, there used to be a really amazing Native American breakfast joint that went under during COVID. The problem, I've noticed, is the low population and lack of the ability to spread their tradition. When Europeans came here and settled, indigenous people were incentivized to learn English and educate, teach, act, live in a more culturally acceptable manner. Traditions are dying. Pensive face. If you're ever in Seattle, check out Off the Res. https://www.offtherestruck.com/. They also have a food truck that does events and catering. Because American Indians are not a monolithic culture. If you travel around places like New Mexico or Arizona, you would encounter restaurants run by locals that would be heavily influenced by their native cuisine. Iroquois, Cherokee, and Pueblo food is going to be very different because they developed in very different climates. Mexican food is a mix of Spanish and native cuisine, so you've probably already experienced it. I was at 2 this summer on our drive through New Mexico. Been on the Navajo Res many times, and there are many restaurants there. Obviously smaller, out-of-the-way places that'll serve you up the kind of food you're looking for. Eating a plant-based diet myself and disliking squash doesn't give me many options personally. Tears of joy. Albuquerque, New Mexico has the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. On part of the center is a restaurant that serves amazing Native American food. I mean, Mexican food is Native American food. When you think about it, especially when you explore Mayan dishes or the food of the ancient Aztecs. For modern Native American cuisine, try the Navajo taco. Yum! New Mexico has native restaurants. Genocide mostly. Eagle Crossing Restaurant. Warm Springs Reservation, Oregon. It's mostly typical diner fare, but they do offer fry bread, huckleberry pie, Indian-style tacos, elk boogers. Great vibe and not unusual to see patrons in tribal dress. This is a serious answer and not a restaurant recommendation. It probably has to do with the fact that so many Native Americans were wiped out during the colonization of America. I'm just an uneducated guy on Reddit, but this would be my guess. Tampa, Florida has a lele. It's pretty expensive, but tasty. https://alele.com/.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.